idea whether it should be. Just, I remember looking at the list and I don't remember seeing that. Hang on, I'm gonna try to get the link for you. Oh, you know what? We lost the link to the master list when the old rules and info got thrown to the channel graveyard, I think. Or schedules and announcements might be where it was. I don't know. Hang on, I'll find it because now you got me wondering. Not this game, the Speedy Gonzalez game, Murphigator. Yeah, if you've got it, you can post it. That's actually not a typo. That's in their username. I think it's like the German spelling or something. All right, hang on. It's positioned wrong. That +7 vertical position made sense when I was playing Final Fantasy III for the Famicom, but I think right there is fine. No, this is, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you could look at the master list. If you see stuff on there that like is on those systems that should be in there and it's not, you might want to let me know. What do you guys think of this audio balance? Is the game a little quiet? It kind of looks like it is, but I don't know. What about there? Testing, testing. Seta has a spotty track record. We'll see how much I end up liking this. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Ooh, a 2-dot ellipsis. It's come full circle. Hey there, Hermit. Watch, it'll have limited continues or something and take like 10 years. Okay. If you press the A button, it just does this for like 10 years. What the? Why'd that one jump? Oh my god, it's not Castlevania. I saw a light source and I just assumed. Did you notice one of those jumps got tons of hang time, but not the others? Yeah, there we go. What? This control's kind of funny. Ooh. These aren't very good sound effects for the Super Nintendo. You know that? Yeah, I actually can't hear the game very well myself. I'm gonna turn it up on my end. You won't hear a difference unless I start echoing. This is so silly, dude. So, if you hit down in midair... No, it just felt like it. I thought you, like, fast fell like Spiral, but that's not the case. Okay, I got a little fireball now, I guess. Did you have this back in the day, Murphigator? Why do you know anything about it? Hey, Bill. Just a sec. Oh, you speedrun it? Well, it answered a question, but now I have others I want to ask. Bad game exchange. Yeah, I've heard people say this game is like garbage, and it always seemed like maybe a bit of an exaggeration, frankly. Oh. Oh, okay. You sent him Radical Rex. Yeah, that one's way worse. What? This screen looks so weird. This, like, hatching pattern. This kind of sucks. Whoops. Oh, I died. Yeah, it's like a CRT filter. They knew that one day people would be playing this on RGB, going through upscalers onto LCD displays. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm sorry, I have to know. What was that? Dai Kibi So? Oh no, all of the results for this text string are just about this game. I have to know what that is. You know, for some reason, when I see Seta, I get kind of a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. Thank you, Sheriff 22. But reflecting on it, I'm not sure which Seta games I've played. They did that really shitty Tom Sawyer thing for the CC, for the NES, right? I feel like I played a Seta game that I was, you mean bowdlerized. Censored is a different thing. Margot, hey, how's it going? Look at this. Whoops. Look at it go, dude. $13 already. So, you show off. Thank you, Thurns. I feel as though this boss is about to win. Hey there, Wolf. How are you? Have you guys ever played Super Nintendo games before? Like, Are you fully appreciating how weird the sound is in this game? Because this might be like one of the worst sounding Super Nintendo games I've ever played. Oh, look at this. R does that? You like this sound? Look at this. If I hold L, he just goes... That's pretty useful. Yeah, except it's not DS. This is on an SNES, like a console, so that can't be it. How'd the rest of the drawing go? How many pop-ins did you get done? That's what I'm saying. This, like, hatching is so weird. Okay. That did something. I did it again. It did another something. Yeah. You finished the line art, really. Oh my god, it can twiddle its direction mid-attack. This thing has a lot of HP for a first boss. Hey, thank you, anonymous gifter. Oh, man. Dude, look at this. Whoa! Yes! Look at that! Sadly, Imoto-san is no more. Hey, creature. Interesting. So the H shouldn't have been there, right? One. Could be, yeah. Let me guess, you have to do the whole stage over again from the beginning. Nope. Ooh, I came back with a projectile for no reason. If you're in range to hit it... Yeah. I like triggered it by mistake earlier. It's just up and jump to do that. And so I thought like 1% of the time you jumped, it just went super high for no reason. But what was actually happening was that I hit a diagonal by mistake. This is so weird. Whoops. Okay, I don't think they actually had much post-hit invincibility. Yes! No, Emoto is a name. You're thinking of Little Sister, and that's a long O, deep shock. Learn to fire spell. Cool. I want to see the line art. Did you post it? Probably not, huh? Can you put it in the Pop and Start Discord? I had to run to Target, so I couldn't watch the rest of the stream. What is happening? It actually is. Hey, I was just at Target. Look at him go. Hey, Cerebro, how are you? I feel like I heard about this recently, like Target expanded into Canada really, really aggressively, and it went well at first. And then, like, the whole thing basically ended up going out of business overnight. Am I wrong about this? Like, not out of business, but yeah. Not that recently? Well, yeah. Whoa. Ow. A 2015 to me is kind of recent. God, that's awful, Repine. Whoa. Oh, good timing, Dot. Target, it's a big box store. Is that the term for it? The Walmarts and Targets and everything. The PS2 did come out last year. Yeah, I guess even if you're not American, you're probably familiar with Walmart. Yeah, I remember Kmart. What I didn't know is that Kmart was at one point like the absolute biggest retailer in the US. Because by the time I became, you know, aware of anything. Oh, shoot off. Yeah, check that out. All right. Okay. I doubt that was that useful. Like Kmart was like synonymous with like shitty. Like I have memories of when we used to play Street Fighter 2 at my arcade. The manager once loudly complained about my Kmart Blanca. He couldn't believe it was getting wins, which might seem rude, but it was fair. It was funny, you know, but like that Kmart was like always the distant third to Walmart and Target for as long as I could remember. But the funny thing is I like actually liked Kmart a lot. This game's kind of silly, dude. Like on one level it's cool, and on another, like, look at what I'm doing. And it's like working also. What? I don't understand this parallax effect. You hear a rumbling, all right? Okay. Okay, the dust does hurt you. Really? I don't remember that at all, Sheriff. Remember how there was just one of these before? Okay, I get it. I never really thought about this. Are thwomps like based on some kind of yokai or something? Because I know the ones that walk around in Mario 64 are basically the one guy. You know the one I'm talking about? It's like a wall. Nurikabe, I think. So are thwomps also Nurikabe then? Because there are ones that look way more like those in Mario 64. But I guess those are also just called thwomps, aren't they? So I think I'm hitting it when it would spawn new ones, or no? Like if I don't harass it, will it eventually... How does this boss work? They're womps, okay. Hey Starman, how's it going? The big 6-0. Margo 64 would be a good game. I don't know. The last time I saw Margo play Mario, I think it was Mario Galaxy. But surely thwomps are also based off Nurikabe, right? Got the hero's soul. Did you need that? Palace of Hate. Kick ass. Three. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. I looked away for like half a second. What is this? What is this little guy? That's like a spider on a deal, right? God, dude. Hey, this part's kick-ass. I don't know. Most of you guys are probably too young to really answer this question, but let's say it's 1992 and you got this for like a holiday or a birthday or something. You think you would have been into it? I feel like you might have been into it. You were -7. Well, just try to put yourself in that frame of mind. Oh my god, I let it spawn so many enemies, dude. How do you get these? Oh, it would have scared you? Hmm. As far as I know, these can't be collected. All right. Well, that was cool. I think I probably would have been into this game if I'd gotten it in 92. Look at that list. So the Speedy Gonzalez game, did anyone check? Does it have collectathon shit? Get out. Dude, why is this jump so hard? Hey, thanks for the follow. There has to be something up. You would have made your own Nintendo Power challenge card. Can I tell everybody about the challenge cards and the tragedy of the challenge cards, Starman? There's no way that you can't get up there, right? You must be able to. This fucking owns this part. Oh. Tsurube Otoshino? Well, maybe. But I didn't see it. Forget these guys. I thought you were just making a joke about how this was like Twitter, because you say one mean thing about whether Gino should be in Smash, and all of a sudden you have a bunch of identical funerary statues jumping all over you in your mentions. What? Stop it. Yeah, sure, why not? You're welcome. The challenge cards. What happened was Nintendo Power used to give away these like trading cards in did I just get sent backwards? I feel like I did. Okay, well, I found a pit. Okay. Oh, this one has glowy eyes. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm dead. Yeah, so they were like trading cards meant to advertise new releases. And that's finite continues, isn't it? No, we're good. I am not too bad, Atsumori. How are you? So the Starman had this really cool idea to do all of those challenges on stream. And he got like 3 games in. And we discovered that there's no way that the Nintendo Power challenges that they asked you to do on the cards were play tested, because they were, many of them were like, we're pretty sure literally impossible. There was some, not Yoshi's Cookie, the puzzle game simply called Yoshi had a challenge card that was like score 100,000 points in 3 minutes or something. And he was playing it and he was like, I have no idea how you can do this. Like, there has to be something that we don't understand about the scoring system. We looked it up, and to get the score that Nintendo Power wanted you to get in that Yoshi game, you needed to score points like 4 times faster than the Score Attack world record. So, or like maybe more than 4 times faster. It was just absurd. So I feel like they just made these up and no one actually did them. Sometimes they were like super easy and sometimes they were like so much harder. And we're talking like the intermediate challenge, because there were 3 on every card. Could be like 10 times harder than the expert one. They did, yeah, Dasyati, that's correct. Hey, thank you, Gotetsu. I mean, hello, My God, did I just do that? I'm never gonna live that down. You realize that? I was just trying to say hello. Wasn't the Kirby one the one that, localizers? How does that follow? The Kirby one was another one of those deals where, oh, come on. Deep Shock. Shut up, Emily. I do not. Ow. Yeah, I don't think they had much overlap there. I want to kill that thing, but I feel like you can't. That's a good emote, yeah. Did she draw her own emotes, Clavio? I feel like she did. They're very good. Yeah, the pro was harder than the intermediate, okay. What was it? It was like intermediate was beat the whole game without getting hit a single time, and then pro was beat hard mode without dying. I didn't kill it. I just hit it a couple times and it left. Oh, you drew that one? I see. Yeah, hard mode is absurd in that game. Honestly, like, I can't imagine beating hard mode on an actual Game Boy, Kirby hard mode, because the screen has so much ghosting. You know how, like, Kirby games are easy and it's like a design goal that they're easy. It's you know, part of the appeal of the series. The Game Boy Kirby has this hard mode that is way harder than the normal mode. I don't know. I'm hitting every button. All I can do is this. Hey, Pirate Princess Jess. How are you? Thank you for raiding. Whoa, whoa. What were you up to? Okay, so that statue was the wrong way, right? Stop it. Oh, no. I bet that statue's the correct way. This maze is bizarre. That's not even the same Tengu, right? Because one... Sonic Forces achievement hunting, I see. One left on the left side of the screen and then another one came from the right. Did the, Do you think it's screen wrapped? The symbol's on the left. I guess. Aha! 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 What do you suppose this does? Nothing. Oh, that's cool. Why do I have more now? Is Forces the one that had the OC designer? Am I thinking of the right game? Like, it's sort of recent. Yeah, I don't really like keep up on new games all that much. Maple McKenzie, thank you. How does Civ 6 go? I'm gonna be honest, that kind of appeals to me. Like, I don't even really know why. I'm not someone who ever had like a Sonic OC. But I like sort of wanted to play that game. It's just like, well, what if I did? You know? I bet you this is gonna take longer than like any of the rest of the game. My Sonic OC would probably just really resemble Amy Rose, to be honest with you. Yeah, Spin Cut I have. I've never thought to do it with Dot, though. I wonder what Dot the Hedgehog looks like. This room is so messed up, dude. Anyone who's new here, I'm gonna explain what's going on. I'd say most consistent stream gimmick, like the one I'm least likely to take significant breaks from, is this thing where I have a big list of action platformers. But think games like Castlevania, not games like Mario, where like the combat is the focus. I'm trying to beat every single one released before a certain console generation, because like once, I don't know what's it called, started coming out, Xbox Live Arcade games and stuff like that, like there's just so much more than I can realistically play. And also, I'm not doing handheld games, but I really like games like this, so the way that the games get picked is every time I beat one of them. Hey there, Macabre Cursed Sunlight. We run a raffle, and the raffle winner picks the next game, but there's a catch, because there are a lot of obscure games on this list. So the what if it's down here, the exit? I'm like in the floor. This part of the game is so weird. I've never played Sigma Star Story. I don't even know what it is. I think I thought I did, and then I was thinking of a completely different, like, Game Boy Advance game with a very vaguely similar name. Sort of like the Guardian Legend or something. Leth Davidson, it's interesting. I think I like it. At first I was like, this is kind of junk, but it's unique. And when you played like a million Castlevania clones that are all like just Castlevania serial numbers filed off, you start to really appreciate you. But there are a ton of obscure games in the list, right? So if anyone could just pick any game they wanted from that master list anytime they won the raffle, my guess is what would happen is we would run out of Mega Man games and Castlevania games and stuff within the first like 50, and then be left with nothing but like bad or obscure games. So here, I'll show you. My brother and a friend of mine rigged it up so that I have a bot that picks 5 games from the master list, and that's what you pick from. So the next game is some heavy hitters and some maybe not that great games. This is absurd, this part. So, as far as I can tell, there are just a bunch of statues that, when you touch them, teleport you, and most of them, it seems, teleport you to the wrong place. It must be that the first one that I ran into, actually. Whoops. Oh my god. It's true, but I think people also tend to like to pick games they've heard of, CBF. So, like, the other possibility is that all of the, like, really famous Ksoge, like, The Mystery of Optimus Prime and stuff, would get picked, like, instantly, and then it would just be a bunch of, like, you know, this kind of game toward the end. So was this the one that I did? It took me into that area where, like, I fell into a pit. Yeah, this looked like I was going backwards, but maybe not. This is, like, identical to the... Okay. Is this game good or bad? I like it so far. There's clearly something I'm not comprehending about this maze that I'm in, but you know, you have to keep in mind, Atchinson, that I have a pretty high tolerance for jank and everything. Ozzy, have you won a raffle yet? I don't remember. A few people have said like exactly that when they've won. They're like, well, there was only one game on this that I hadn't heard of yet. And that ends up being the one they pick. Yeah, okay, so that was going backwards. Oh yeah, you mean this, right? I know that. You can't cast magic unless you've got ammo, which I swear that looks like a kunai in the upper right corner. That's your like sub weapon or your magic ammo as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's true. I generally do not. So... so that wasn't it. I got really encouraged when I saw like all of those items in a row. Which sound effect, Kareen? There was only one game with Fabio on the cover. That is correct. That game was awesome. Except, like, I don't know how many other people would feel that way. Oh, the meow. Isn't this the second level? No, it's the third, right? Because I had to take out the bouncy guy. The second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've been meaning to go back through all the Platformageddon recordings to find out which game has had the most chances so far and still hasn't been picked. Because I feel like some games have been selected for the 5. That sounds like something from a fantasy novel. You have been selected for the Council of 5. Anyway, I feel like some games have been selected for the 5 like literally 4 times already. Which we've only done, what, 40 games so far. I think ActRaiser 2 is up there. That one's been in the running several times. That's funny. Okay, so if you mash this really, really fast... Oh, I get why. It's playing the sound effect faster than I'm swinging the spear, but I guess it's also shooting projectiles faster, so that makes sense. This is not what a swing looks like. Faster than I'm stabbing with the spear. This is what a swing looks like. Wait. I was not very methodical about this maze, you know that? It's just really, it came back to haunt me. Ugh. Whoops. All right. Hey there, Sai-Ai-chan. Oh my gosh, dude. The art of not getting hit in this game is a bit lost on me. Like a lot of these enemies, like these guys, you see how I'm hitting it? Its hitbox isn't active yet. It's like you have to get close enough for them to hit you before you can even attack them. Like, I feel like the answer has to be that one statue that's like impossible to reach at the beginning. Yeah, the Japanese warrior genre. By the way, I only realized after I started this up that I thought it was a completely different game. There's like an Amiga game that got a Super Nintendo port. It's called like First Samurai or Last Samurai or something. And I thought that was this. Oops. Yeah, how are those? that makes sense. Those sound like macaw games to me. Do you think you can just make this jump? Not if you do that. It looks like almost doable, but I think it's not. Power Rangers Musya game. You know, I was never into Power Rangers. I actually was like the right age group for it, but I thought I was too mature for it. So like, I was like, oh, I don't want to watch Power Rangers. I want to read fantasy novels. Okay, yeah, it really does just play the sound effect as fast as you press the button. Even if you're not actually attacking. That's pretty silly. Yeah, I was kind of a precocious child, and I spent a lot of time on like internet nerd spaces that were otherwise occupied by like grad students and like people with careers and stuff. I spent a lot of time on MUDs is what I'm trying to say. And like nerd spaces back then, people were like generally all into the same couple of things. And so I would kind of convince myself like, okay, I must be into Dungeons and Dragons because everyone else on this MUD is. All right, I fell. And like this has to be doable. This looks so doable. And Dragonlance was something that like, how is this not possible? Look at that. I was really into Magic the Gathering. But Dragonlance was one of those things that, like, it's been possible the whole time. Dragonlance is one of those things that, like, everybody else on the MUD was into. So I was like, oh, I must be into Dragonlance also. And I got really excited to read it. And I, like, bought a bunch of, or a couple Dragonlance novels. Oh, well, this was nothing anyway. 2-frame, okay. No, it wasn't. Yeah, I actually knew a lot of people in the 90s who were into it. I don't really know how that happened. But I've mentioned before that when I was a kid, I used to do VHS tape trading of fan subs. So I was in early on that. But when you were on MUDs in the 1990s, like every other player character was named after a Dragonlance character. There were all these like Racelands and Drizzits and... Okay, there's stuff that way, right? I literally can't get out. What? This dude's got shiny eyes. That has to mean something. Aha! How long did that take? Like 30 minutes? Mud. Ew. Hey, speaking of mud. Glurp glurp. I choose to believe this is the boss's name. Join me in the mud! What on earth is happening? He does, yeah. Hey Tsuki, yeah, when you consider it's 92 especially. I'm gonna laugh if that actually was like the IP address for the mud you played on and not just random numbers. Anime mud? Is that still up? I was actually a founding immortal for a mud called Aardvark that eventually got renamed to Aardwolf. And I think a lot of it's possible that some people in chat actually remember this mud because it was like the biggest ROM code based mud out there. I'm pretty sure entirely because people stopped just telnetting from like the command line on their like school computers and started using mud clients to find muds. And Aardwolf, of course, started with two A's. So it was always at the beginning of an alphabetical list of muds. I was hopeful for this working, but it is like absurd how many hit points the bosses have in this. Yeah, there was. Is an Aardwolf something that exists in the real world? Is it a cryptid like a Tasmania tiger? Is it a cross between an aardvark and a wolf? That sounds like it's doing a lot of damage to the boss. Well, not enough for me to live, though. Sorry, yeah. I know that Tasmania tigers did actually exist at some point. But people still claim to see them sometimes, which I doubt it. Oh. You know what I never heard of until like yesterday? Drop bears? You know about drop bears? They're like an Australian folklore thing. They're like really dangerous koala bears that drop out of trees to kill you. I was watching, good lord, that boss was something else. Monster defeated. Yeah, this does have like Souls game energy. I mean, they're not real drop bears. I've learned a web spell. But if you see pictures of them, they look just like koalas, except really nasty, and they drop down out of trees to kill you. Human. You are a... Oh, thank you. Yeah, they exist to scare tourists. So I was watching a video of like two Australian guys like going on like a four-wheel drive like trail or something. I don't know what the term is for it. It's just like a really rough road that you need some kind of really durable vehicle to actually navigate, and like, you know, that's the point. It's supposed to be adversarial. What? This is the first level. Oh, I have sick armor now. Did I always have this? I feel like his armor wasn't gold, was it? Is this like a Ghouls and Ghosts deal? His spear looks different now, too. Anyway, the guy was talking about how Australia's known mostly for kangaroos and drop bears, and I was like, what the hell is a drop bear? Did she? Well, thanks to her. I can't wait to do that one level I loved so much again. You can't expect me to simultaneously read and talk about drop bears. I just now put together the thing that I thought was like an ammo counter was actually the lives counter. And it's not a kunai, it's like a spear head. Drop Metroids. Well, now so do I. Oh, it's so easy to fall. It's so easy to fall. Have a good night, Wolf. I don't really know how I ended up watching this video, by the way. Like, I know the algorithmic, you know, chain of recommendations that led me there. But so there was a video that was all over my recommendations, and I know I'm not alone in this. Some guy was like, I bought a $2,000 truck. Whoops. A $2,000 Chinese truck. Let's see how it is. And you know, it's like a little electric thing. And anyone who's seen that video knows that the answer is it's really useful for what he has it for. It's not like a street legal vehicle. It's like, whoa, cool. Boogoosh. Look at this. It's for his like parents have a farm, and they needed a way to get around the farm. So he got them this small electric truck. So I watched that, and then it auto played the 3 months later, how's my truck doing? And it was good. He still liked it a lot. And that ended up auto-playing this video of like a couple Australian guys going on an adventure where I think one of them was in a K car. They might have actually both been like K trucks, which are like a kind of really small automobile that you can get in Japan. That I think they're not like street legal at all in the US. I like looked this up. I was like, can you get a K car? And the answer is like, no. I don't think so, no. I mean, I'll never know because I just watched the video. I didn't really pay any attention to it. Yeah, YouTube identified me correctly as an off-road trucker. And it's funny how I found this spin tech immediately and then I stopped doing it. This is actually extremely useful. K cars are okay. Then I was definitely getting it mixed up with the other video I was watching. But they take them on this off-road adventure path. And human no pass me. Oh, where do you suppose it is? Oh, there we go. Whoa, dude! He's got the Jennifer arms from Splatterhouse. Is that her name, Jennifer? Yeah, this was, I don't remember the like brands, the what the make of the cars or whatever. I think one was Nissan, but another was called like the something Jimny, like this. Like this. And they like They went driving on this really nasty, highly adversarial, or I should say like arduous road. And like went camping and stuff. Which makes me wish I was more like outdoorsy, just like watching it. It's like, this looks like it's fun if and only if you like know how to do this without like catching something. No, it was some Australian road. This boss is absurd. Yeah, so they had one of those and then something else. One of those and a K truck, I think. Not so much the trucking, honestly, as the camping, to be honest with you. Honest to be honest with you. I feel like these guys were maybe like into Japan in some way, because they had like Japanese shirts they were wearing, and they made like, so the first night they made dinner, and the one of them apparently was like raised as a vegan, so he didn't even have meat until he turned 30, and but he made like a steak that had like a miso glaze on it and stuff. The worst controls. You know, so far, I'm not that put off by the controls, to be honest. Learned a life spell. Catacombs of Akuma. They also like knew quite a bit about K cars and everything, so I don't know what the deal was there. It seemed like it might be an interesting channel, but like I was sort of watching it out of the corner of my eye while doing other stuff. Mighty Car Mods, that sounds right. What's their deal? Do you watch them? How long are each of their videos? I don't know, but this one was like 80 minutes long. Hey, thank you, Tubacabra. I will hydrate. Okay, yeah. Well, there you go then. Have a good night. What? What's their deal? Oh my gosh. Hey, Hell Dog. The fact that they were like wearing Japanese shirts and cooking Japanese food, that's a coincidence? That's not part of their deal? Oh, they love Japanese cars? Yeah. Yeah, Turborks, I know what you mean. I didn't really do anything on the 4th. If I have my days straight, the 4th I was on a friend's stream. Yeah. Who dares? What? No, puny human. Boy, I can relate. Oh, this is a Dogu, isn't it? With rocket thrusters? They don't have that in real life. Cool. Whoop. Oh, I didn't get into the spell menu in time. Don't worry, I'm not using my thumb to do this mashing. For those who don't know, I'm actually slowing down my streaming schedule in July quite a bit because I injured my thumb playing a lot of Mega Man games. Yeah, I don't know what those are. Thank you, whoever hit the stretch redeem, even though I know why you did it. But it is nice to remember to stretch. Yeah, paper compass, I've heard of that. Oh my god. So, it used to be that if you wanted to watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes, it was actually like all over YouTube. Just the whole series was on there and it was the easiest way to watch it. So, I watched all of Legend of the Galactic Heroes on YouTube. Not an option you have anymore. And I would usually do this on my Wii U because like the only use I ever really found for the Wii U, because I wasn't into any of the games, was it was like a YouTube device. At this point, I didn't have anything else that I could plug into my television that would play YouTube videos. So I was watching Galactic Heroes on YouTube, and here's what I think happened, all right? I think, like, what YouTube recommendations worked like back then was it would analyze what, like, what people would watch and go like, okay, people who watch this also tend to watch this. Maybe you already see where this is going. YouTube was less strict about copyrighted materials back then, which is why I was watching Galactic Heroes on it. And it was also less strict about adult content. And either you couldn't make the Wii U app, or you couldn't stop the Wii U app from auto-playing, or I never found out how. It's probably that one, honestly. So I fell asleep watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which I loved, and woke up to something very inappropriate, and I had to make a new YouTube account because all of my recommendations were more of that something inappropriate. Yeah. Oh, how do I use the life spell here? Yeah. You heard something inappropriate, all right. Oh, okay. It's just that really tough jump at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, this was years and years and years ago, Happy Toaster. I didn't know that back then. Oh, did I decide the jump was maybe from here, actually? So I think it's just people who are watching anime on YouTube were also watching other stuff. Because I'm not going to go into detail for obvious reasons, but the country of origin for this other stuff was the same as Galactic Heroes. I have returned. Good. I was hoping I would fight this boss again. Contributes to the YouTube economy in a healthy way. Nope, turn around. No. Yeah, and then when laning ends, all I can do is split push forever. Okay. Whoa, whoa. This is so weird. There's like something weird with the controls here. I can only crouch attack. It's like if I crouch walk at all, then until I release the D-pad, I can only crouch attack. Even if I stop crouching and start walking normally. You see this? Isn't that weird? I have to release the D-pad to unlock the ability to use standing attacks again. Not that I think it just much matters. It's just odd. Oh, man. What a good sound effect. Look at this dude. It's Bishamon. There we go. Is he gonna fall? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was a pretty tough boss. Watch that turn out to be the last boss or something. Nope. Hey, Plombo, how are you? That would have been sick. If the last boss was just this guy who walks at you and dies. Whoa, cool! This is a ripoff of Ninja Spirit. Whoa! Yeah, this is pretty awesome, this game. Wait. This is running really well. You know what's funny? I'm playing this on a console, but I think my computer also started running like an antivirus scan or something, because all of a sudden I can hear the platter drive spinning like a lot. So it feels like my computer is struggling to run this game, even though it's being run by a Super Nintendo. Oh dear. This is kick-ass. I swear the game like locks you out of pausing while you're in hit stun or something. So if you want to do the life spell, you have to be careful. Because I promise you, I hit start many, many, many times there. Whoops. I think I was taking damage just from being down there close to the flames. Thank you, Sepasai. How are you? That ended up being a weirdly appropriate what, pull? I want to know what's down here. That's probably just a pit, right? Good lord, look at this. The Guardian Legend version of that sound is... I think I crashed the game. That's interesting. I wonder if I healed the same frame I died or something. Gone down the bonus pit. Yeah, see you, Boniface. Yeah, I win. You were so invested in this run. Well, it's done. All right, give me a sec. That's interesting. Yeah, I can select this. Does it remember where I was? Oh, this has passwords, huh? I never got a password, but I bet I could look one up. You'd be surprised. There are like password generators and password guides for some pretty obscure games. So give me just a sec. I don't mind doing this because the game really obviously crashed. Guides. Control F pass. This doesn't have any. This doesn't have any passwords. Well, we might have to start over. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. I think that might have been level 7. Oh, I was on 8. Okay, Z. Okay. 6. F. A desktop pet EXE of those heads, that would be sick. Did you ever have the there was a screensaver around the time that yeah, that was the impression I got, Bilbo. Around the time that Jurassic Park was like really popular, so you know, it would have been like the mid-90s. There was like a velociraptor that would like jump onto the screen and like tear it apart with its talons. I think there's only like one YouTube video of it. There's just some video where this guy is like trying out a ton of like shareware and stuff from like an FTP archive, or like the archive, maybe even a dial-up BBS. And and other than that, I seem to be like the only person who ever had or used this screensaver. It was awesome, but my computer like actually couldn't run it very well. I think it might have been kind of computationally expensive to make the velociraptor like slice your screen into ribbons. Yeah, it wasn't actually Jurassic Park themed, but you know, the 1990s obsession with velociraptors was definitely a Jurassic Park influenced phenomenon. Does phenomenon make you think of that that Muppets song? I would love to see somebody do this room and like actually attempt to avoid damage rather than just kind of tanking everything and hoping that the spinning spear takes the enemies out. It's like, what would that even look like? It's not, it's saying phenomena. But it made me think of phenomenon. That was awesome. I found the pit. Another word that, or something else that gets that song stuck in my head is the words banana nuts. A good friend of mine in college, we would like, stop it, 8 Lives. We would sometimes get breakfast together. And she would get a banana nut muffin. Start making doing the song. Well, that happened. Vegeta mug. Do you know the story about me and Vegeta? I can't play it for you because he says my legal name in it. But the voice actor of Vegeta, and thus of Reinhardt von Lohengramm from Legend of the Galactic Heroes, said that he loves me. Oh my gosh. Why is it suddenly so tanky? I guess because I lost all my like spear power-ups. So a friend of mine was like his interpreter at a convention. And he was like, hey, and I happened to, oh my God, I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I've lost. This actually happened to be while I was binge watching Galactic Heroes. He was like, hey, I'm gonna be an interpreter for this voice actor. Have you ever heard of him? And he said his name and I was like, wait a second, isn't that the guy? And he sure was. Oh, did I? Okay. Cool. Well, I did it on purpose. And he was like, he's like, you know, like voice actors and stuff. Do you want his autograph or anything? And I was like, hell yeah, I do. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I have no scrolls. Well, all right. I've died. Just ahead, Kotetsu. Okay, don't go there. It is a move, yeah. I found it instantly and came to the conclusion that it was not that great. I kind of don't like when your standard attack is really strong like that in these games, honestly. Oh, right. You're supposed to go to the right, not the left. I'll figure this out eventually. But I think Castlevania 4's enemy placements are too frequently trivialized by the fact that you have so much freedom in where you can swing. No, I did it again, dude. Oh my God, speaking of voice acting, I signed up for a Skillshare trial because I I mentioned before I want to do like a YouTube project, right? And I was like, maybe there's like good advice on how to use Adobe Premiere on this site, because Adobe products, like, there tends to be a bit of a learning curve, and if you can have anyone just like tell you all the keyboard shortcuts and stuff, it can really help lessen that. God, hang on. This is a lot harder when you don't have a when you aren't using a glitch that makes you do more damage. Yeah, maybe you can crouch here and not get hit. But I made the mistake of like looking for videos about how to make YouTube videos, which it's mostly like social media influencer kind of stuff. It's not like practical advice on like, here's how to use your editing software, right? It's like, here's how to make your channel grow, you know, like sort of search engine optimization kind of stuff, which, you know, I'm sure that information is useful to some people, but so from that, I was like, I wonder how good all the advice on how to Twitch stream on Skillshare is. And so I looked. Has anyone else here used Skillshare? Do you know what those courses are like? They call them courses. Film cakes, that's good. Like that's actually cool though, right? That's a really specific kind of advice that if you're making a very specific kind of YouTube video, that would be extremely good to know. But of course, like the Twitch advice is like sort of fascinating. The first red flag is like all of the Skillshare classes on how to grow on Twitch and stuff like that and stuff like that are the people teaching the courses don't say what their Twitch channel is, and if you like look for their name and everything, you cannot find it. These guys aren't Twitch streamers. For the most part, they're like social media like experts, which I took to mean somebody with a marketing degree and a Twitter account. I don't know if that's what that means. It's what it feels like. And I feel like there is not a lot of good information on like how to be a Twitch streamer. You know? There was one course that was like taught by a successful Twitch streamer, and the rest of it was like, I think, people who it was unclear whether they'd ever used Twitch. And it kind of felt like they had like copied information from like some video somewhere. This is hellish. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Being like a Twitch stream coach seems to be a relatively profitable grift. I feel like grift is the wrong word. I think what I actually mean is scam, but maybe this is the one time when that actually is the correct word. I've been told that people use the word grift to describe things that are not grifts pretty often. Hey, thank you, Pumpkin Girl. It is hot down here. All right, finally through that screen. Yes! This looks kick-ass. Also, the HUD is pulsing. That's kind of weird. Or somebody you don't like is making money. There's a more precise definition of it, though. God, remember that? Yeah. What is this? Whoa! That's not too surprising. Oh my God, it's going to do that every time. I'm going to walk to the right just to see if there's a pit down there. I assume there is. It looks like some kind of like pool of water. Nope. Okay, the guy does infinity damage when he hits you. But anyway, I don't know. There's like a kind of like contradiction in a lot of that stuff where people are like, you need to network, but don't be fake. And then all their advice on networking boils down to like be extremely fake. Okay, I get it. I was actually damaging this guy before. I was just so close to him that I couldn't tell I was bouncing the projectiles back. That was a cool first form. Whoa, sick! The last boss was like more of a joke than that one boss. There's a lot to like about this, honestly. I must return to the fight. I have to reform the Ninja Empire. That is why I took the Golden Ninja Warrior. What's the game after this again? I like how I was asking, have you won one before, Ozzy? And it's right there. I don't know if I feel like starting Kuro-chan tonight. I might like do that next week. What if I just called the stream here? Normally I like to stream really long, like at least 4 hours. Sometimes as much as like 7. But my thumb is injured. Long gaming sessions may actually be a bad idea. Go to bed. I'm not tired. Yeah, I'm actually curious what I did to trigger that damage glitch. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, like, if you're thinking about leaving, do keep in mind, after I review this game, we're going to be doing a raffle, and the raffle winner picks the game after the next game. So the next game is what? Kaetekita Cyborg Kuro-chan. Okay. So did I like get to the level 6 upgrade and then lose it and then get it again or something? The thumb can go sleep in a small bed. So anyway, if you want to enter that raffle, don't go anywhere. But you have to sit through a review, and sometimes those end up being a really long time. He's a fairy. Okay. Yeah, the last boss was really simple, Bear. I can think of a series of movies you might like then by the guy who made Kung Pao. Uh-huh. Weird. So that's why I was doing just bazillions of damage. I cannot believe they're any good. No, I cannot imagine they're any good. Hey there, Tosel. I'm sorry. I'm actually like pretty much done. We can talk about this a little bit actually before I go. Plus, we have to review the game anyway. So let me set up the music. But for anyone who doesn't know, I've mentioned this several times, but I do my monthly fundraiser stream. That was a Mega Man marathon in May, like at the end of May. And there's a lot of mashing in the Mega Man games. So I mashed really, really hard and it hurt my thumb. And it felt like it was getting better, so I was like, fine, I can just stream through this. But I kept losing the progress I made. Especially if I played a game that, like, you had to hold a button down for a really long time. So, where was I going with this? Hang on. Right, so I have to stream less frequently in July and do shorter streams. So even though I've only been live for 2 hours, I beat the game. I don't really have time to start the next one. So we're going to review the game and then run the raffle, and then I'm probably gonna go. I'm ending much, much earlier than I usually do. I'm not especially happy about it either, but if my thumb doesn't get better, then I'm gonna have to like not play video games. So I feel it's a necessary sacrifice, unfortunately. So these are the 5 games from which you can pick for the next game after the Kuro-chan game. But before I do the raffle, we have to review the games. So give me just a moment. Point and click adventure arc. Maybe, except I find that holding a mouse is also one of the more one of the more damaging activities. There we go, geez. The easiest thing for me to do is use an arcade stick. But there's a caveat there as well. If I repeatedly find myself hitting where the light kick button would be in Street Fighter or the punch button in Guilty Gear, that hurts too. This is a pretty specific thing. So we're gonna review the game and then afterwards run the raffle. Musya, the classic Japanese tale of horror. I didn't mention this, but if you didn't know, that SY thing, that's like a sha sound. So the enemies in Mega Man 3 that are called like parashu, like this, that's, you hear people pronounce it like parashu, that's not right. It's just a strange way to Romanize it. It makes sense if you speak Japanese, otherwise not really. So difficulty? I don't know. This game wasn't that hard. I know I like died a lot of times in it, but I'm gonna be frank, I wasn't trying that hard to not. And also there was no real punishment for doing it. Like, continues put you back at the beginning of the very same room you were in. So I'm feeling like a 4 on this. But Wolfchild was harder. It's more like a 3. What's this 2 here? Dracula X? That's got to get adjusted at some point. Dracula was harder. Bonk's Adventure was... Yeah, this is a 3, I'd say. What's this 3 here? Majuo? Yeah. This is a very similar game in some ways. Yeah, all right. So this is a 3 in difficulty. I feel like the graphics are pretty good, though. I'm comfortable giving it an 8. I don't know, like some of the sprites just weren't that impressive to me, honestly. But it was a fun time. I mean, it was fun to look at. Some of the animations were like basically not there. Like the Oni with the clubs. They just had like spear up and spear down frames and that was it. Or not spear, club. Sound? It's like a 6. The sound effects are like bad, you know? And then the music is okay, so I feel like slightly better than average is fine for that. Some of the songs were good, and then they were never like annoying either, you know? Fun. What's the 7? This is Wolfchild. What's this 6? This is gonna be Dracula. What's this 5? Super Star Wars. Yeah, like Super Star Wars basically has no concept of level design. It's like just get flooded with enemies. I feel like this isn't that bad. It's a 6. It's a 6. Like, there is platforming. There are like mildly challenging enemies, I guess. Atmosphere. Oh, that's like a 9 or an 8. Let's say 9. This game isn't that good. And a big fat nothing there. It's one of the weaker games, like review score wise. So it might be worth mentioning, I don't really take numerical scores seriously at all. So Just keep that in mind. All right, now to actually the written part of the review. My take is that time, in all likelihood, has not been kind to Musya, the classic. I think classic comes before Japanese tale of horror. And if only we could hop into a time machine and experience this in 1992, Sheriff. I think it's unique. Its dark atmosphere would have made it especially unique at the time. And there would have been some fun in figuring out the strange controls and the attack scheme. I don't think the spear spin is a particularly common mechanic in games like this. It would have been rarer still in 1992. The graphics are range from good to great. The music is fine. The sound effects are horrible. When it comes to level design and enemy variety, there's almost nothing there. I wouldn't put this that's a lie. I wouldn't put this on the level of Super Star Wars for when it comes to unavoidable damage and arbitrary enemy placement, but it's no Castlevania or Undead Berg either. The level, architecture? Do I know how to spell that? We'll never know because this doesn't have spell check. I believe that's right, though. Leaves much to be desired. And since you take very little damage on hit, and there's no knockback animation, it's difficult to... the game really had nothing to hang its hat on. Why would I say that? Really had no way to create memorable enemy placements. Still absolutely worth playing if you are going to a different tab here. Oh my god, I spelled connoisseur correctly first try. Did I? Yes. Would a female connoisseur be a connoisseuse? Surely not, right? Connoisseur of 90s pixel art. That may be a good thing, though, because It is nigh impossible, perhaps literally impossible, to avoid taking tons of damage in this game. Oh, I ran out of music. Let's just start the playlist over. Whoops. There. If it were any more challenging, it would likely be infuriating to play. And I think if you were around back in the day, you might be uniquely equipped to appreciate this game's unique charm. Even today, there aren't too many action platformers that look and sound like this. It's almost like Musya, but less good. I guess we could say worse. There you go. Not bad. Not bad. Really bad numerically by my standards, because I have kind of an IGN style scale where 6 is really low. But, you know, I don't care much about numerical reviews, so it's fine. I think it's a decent game. I also think not the first one I would recommend. Like if you didn't grow up with a Super Nintendo and you're like, which Super Nintendo games should I try? That would not be on the list. X-Keeper, you're just in time. I'm about to do the raffle, to end the raffle. Let's do it this way. The usual deal. I'm going to go upstairs and grab some cantaloupe is what I'm going to do. And then I'll come back and do the raffle. And then we're going to end stream there. Again, apologies. I like to go a lot later. It's just that with my thumb giving me so much trouble, I would prefer not to. So, just a moment. Well, if you don't, there are going to be many more chances, like 400 plus, so fingers crossed that you eventually do. All right, guys, I'm ending the raffle. Ready? Nucleotide. It's all on you. What's it gonna be? Did you not know it was like over 470 games, super unknown? Is that what the heck's about? Or did you just really want to win? Were you not? Well, I mean, I'm not in a hurry, to be honest. If you need a second to like Google these. One of my absolute favorite games of all time is on this list, but I'm not telling which one. I bet it's real hard to guess. Johnny Bazooka Tone? So you want to go with that? I don't want to say anything. Until I know that your mind is made up. I don't want to say anything. Okay. I started typing it into chat. I'm actually really curious about this one. Because like looking at videos of it, it doesn't seem that bad. One thing I'll say is I'm not 100% sure that it's like non-linear or that it's linear enough because I didn't look that closely. It doesn't look that bad, and everyone I know who's played it has been like, that is one of the absolute worst games I've ever played. So I have to know. 2 PlayStation games in a row also. That's kind of unusual. So the next game is this Kuro-chan game. And then after that, we're going to do Johnny Bazooka Tone. Before I pick a raid target, I do want to roll a new raffle, so give me just a second. Oh, man. I'm really beating all 480 of these, huh? There's some good games here. There are other games too. So, there's a missing T in there. Kaetekia is what it said. Yeah, there we go. It's fixed. There's some other stuff too. Yeah, why not? It would be all of it. Dog. I think that's like Disc something group. DOG was interesting. It was like a Famicom Disk System developer that I think just was Square. Yeah, you have to play all the games to get into the Wily Tower, so that is that. Again, I wish I could stream for longer, but if I did, you never know, I might have to like do physical therapy to rehabilitate my thumb. So let's just play it safe and call it for tonight. Don't pay too close attention to this schedule you see here. Yeah, it is, Bear. It's 1 through 3 and then an original thing that I don't think is super long, but maybe it is. I don't know much about it. I just know that it is really unique compared to the normal Mega Man games. So let me see who's on. Oh my god. So the next stream I'm going to be doing, in all likelihood, is going to be on Monday. If my thumb starts feeling just incredible, and I'm not feeling like any kind of stress, then I'm not going to like force myself to take a ton of time off just because I said I would. But let's play it safe for now. Sorry, I'm just looking at potential raid targets, that's all. Okay, it's been a while since I've done this. Tough call. Tell you what. A friend of mine, he was my roommate in college, in fact, is playing Link's Awakening. I think he's finishing the game tonight. So if you've like not played Link's Awakening and you don't want the ending of it spoiled for you, you might not want to stick around for this raid. Otherwise, I think he's quite a bit of fun to watch, and he's also very nice. So go say hi to Chris. He may still be on his break screen when we get there. If that's the case, I think he's like literally not at his computer and won't know we're there. So just be a little patient. He'll be back. And anyway, that's going to do it for me. Again, I'll see you on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.